In the past 2 episodes, we've gone over why self-control fails using the concept of Amdahl's law, and how self-control grows using the concept of Gustafson's law. These are some of the clearest metaphors to better understand self-control as a skill you can develop. But understanding alone doesn't build skill. You need a progression model, something that tells you where you are, what level of difficulty you can handle, what to train next, and how to avoid overwhelming your system. That's what the self-control complexity scale is for. It's the equivalent of progressive overload in strength training. To become physically stronger, you don't guess what weights to use. You determine what you can lift and how well you move, then follow a training plan. You discover how your body responds, adapting your approach as you go. Strengthening self-control can be done the same way. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. The self-control complexity scale solves 3 problems. 1, it prevents you from training at a level you can't handle. Most people fail because they jump straight to level 5 environments with only level 1 capacity. 2, it gives you a clear path for growth. You always know the next step. No guesswork, no overwhelm. 3, it makes self-control measurable. You can track your progression the same way you track reps, sets, and weights in the gym. Now we'll go through the full progression model. Each level increases the complexity of the environment, providing the cognitive load you need to become a stronger, more capable system. Level 1, no temptation, a controlled environment. This is the simplest environment. Everything here is to your advantage. You must go out of your way to make a poor choice. You remove the friction. You remove the triggers. You remove the need for negotiation. Here are some examples. No junk food in the house. Gym clothes laid out, ready to go. Pre-packaged meals, ready to heat up or eat cold. Phone in a drawer, in another room, on Do Not Disturb. A single clear task list with a maximum of 3 important tasks. The goal here is to win the moment of choice when nothing is pushing back. Why it matters? It matters because this stabilizes the bottleneck. You cannot skip this level. That wording is literal. It doesn't say you must not skip this level. It says you cannot. If you move past level 1 without being able to consistently follow through on your own commitments in the best of all possible environments, you will fail in all the others. In the concrete terms of the gym, you'll be trying to lift 200 pounds or more, even though you still can't lift 100 pounds. I call it the primary problem for a reason. Okay, moving on. Level 2, mild temptation. This is low friction resistance. Now the environment contains some friction, but not enough to overwhelm you. Here are some examples. Healthy food is visible. The junk food is hidden. The gym bag is in the car, not at the door. Phone is nearby, but on Do Not Disturb. A slightly less convenient training time. The goal here is to win the moment of choice when the environment is not perfectly optimized. It matters because this is the bridge between stability and capacity. Level 3, visible temptation. The 2-second decision. This is the first level where hesitation, the time to think, becomes dangerous. The stimulus is now clearly visible. The temptation is present. The negotiation window is opening. This is where you train the 2-second decision. The 2-second decision is the skill of acting on your intention immediately, within 2 seconds, before your brain enters the negotiation window where most people lose the moment of choice. Some examples: opening the fridge and seeing the junk food, walking past the couch on the way to train, seeing your phone light up during deep work, being offered food you didn't plan to eat. The goal here is to execute the intended action immediately. No delay, no debate, no negotiation. This is the first level where self-control becomes a rep, because visible temptation introduces real resistance. You're no longer just executing. Now you're lifting. You're training speed, decisiveness, and agency under visible load. Level 4, social temptation, external pressure. Now the environment includes other people, the most complex variable of all. Here's some examples: eating clean at a restaurant, training while traveling with friends, holding to your bedtime while others stay up, saying no when someone offers you something off plan. The goal here is to maintain your standard when the environment is not aligned with your intention. This is where identity becomes the stabilizing force. You're no longer just resisting temptation. Now you are representing who you are. You must move through the world with the courage of your convictions. And finally, level 5, chaotic environment, high load, high variability. This is the advanced level, the equivalent of lifting in a different gym with different equipment, under fatigue, with distractions everywhere. Some examples: maintaining habits during travel, stress, or schedule disruption, following through when you're tired, emotional, or overwhelmed, sticking to your plan during holidays, events, or unpredictable days. The goal here is to execute the intended action despite high variability and low convenience. This is self-mastery. This is the level at which you live your highest values while realizing your most important goals, whatever the circumstances. Now, there are progression rules, how to move up the scale. The self-control complexity scale is not a motivational ladder. It's a training progression. And here are the rules. 1. 14-day proof of capacity. You must win the moment of choice for 14 consecutive days at your current level before progressing. Why 14 days? 14 days is long enough to prove you can win the moment of choice across real-life variability. Weekdays, weekends, high-energy days, low-energy days, social and non-social environments. You are not forming a habit here. You are proving stability under load. 2. The downshift rule. If you fail more than twice in a week, you drop 1 level. This is system protection, not punishment. A fail is any moment where you don't execute the intended action at the decision point under the current level's load. This includes hesitation beyond 2 seconds. That's for level 3 and above. Negotiation, or changing the plan in the moment to avoid discomfort. 3. The latency test. If you hesitate for more than 2 seconds at level 3 or above, you're not ready for the next level because you've failed. 4. No skipping levels. You cannot jump from level 1 to level 4, for example. You're setting yourself up for failure, and that's how people burn out. And 5, the environment sets the level. Your intention doesn't determine the level. Your environment does. If the environment is level 4, you're training at level 4 whether you like it or not. Sometimes you'll be thrown into an environment that's above your current training level. That's not a fail, it's just life. You are only evaluated at the level you're actually training. Success in the higher level environment is a win, but it's not a promotion. Failure in the higher level environment doesn't trigger a downshift. You simply return to your real training level and continue from there. Downshifts only happen when you fail at the level in which you are intentionally training. The self-control complexity scale works because it aligns fully with Amdahl's law, stabilize the bottleneck, Gustafson's law, expand capacity gradually, and the binary success method, measure execution objectively. The complexity scale removes emotion, guesswork, and self-judgment and replaces those with structure, clarity, and progression. This is how you build self-control that lasts. Tomorrow, in part 4, we'll introduce the simplest, most objective measurement tool you'll ever use, the binary success method, a yes-no question that eliminates excuses, removes ambiguity, and turns self-control into a measurable skill. If you're listening to this and struggling with consistency, I've built a group around one rule. Don't break your daily standard. Start your day one by joining the ACT Score Challenge. The link is in the episode transcript. That's it for today. Catch you next time.